I will play the clip. I will do it last time. I'll play the clip and then you can talk. Okay, over to you, Angela.
It was a very short clip.
Yes, yeah. Well, like I said, I switched it down to a 10-second clip because we got dinged a couple of times on the last show.
Right. So I can sing it to you again. It kind of goes like this.
Oh, would you? Oh, by the way, we're looking for.
You cannot feel a lot of things you see and hear. Yeah.
We're looking for a backup vocalist on my band.
Not doing it justice. Matt Grippy has such an amazing voice.
If I can interrupt you there, I'd just like to offer you a job on my band because that's such a wonderful range.
Oh yeah, right. They'll throw tomatoes at us, Mark. Okay, so I know Matt Grippy as a Toronto and Thornhill, which is just north of Toronto, booker, DJ, and musician. He's been hosting a musician's jam in years in Thornhill and is very well known in the Toronto music scene. I'm familiar with his bands King Bees, Matt Grippy and the Bandits, and a band called Green Jelly, who focused on video to present their music and received a Grammy nomination for Best Long Form Video. So I've been following Matt for a while. I'm very interested in the stuff he does. He's always busy. He's always doing new things. He actually keeps coming up with new bands all the time. He just likes to keep playing music, and he is very, very active in the music scene and is very supportive of other musicians. And I always really appreciate when people are like that. Matt has come out with the Phoenix Complex, which is a new one-man pandemic project created by Matt Grippy. The new EP Crash and Burn was recorded in Matt's jam space while in quarantine and mixed by Saga bassist Dusty Chesterfield. So we all remember that amazing Canadian band Saga, correct? Right? I hope so. If not, maybe I should do a review on Saga. Anyway, Matt played every instrument, did all the vocals, wrote, produced, and engineered the song. The band has members lined up for when live shows come back. We'll keep our fingers crossed, Matt. I really hope that happens for you. Matt says a follow-up is ready in the works. So that's pretty cool. Crash and Burn's available for purchase at mattgrippy.bandcamp.com, along with the entire King Bees catalog, which was just released for the first time ever digitally. And actually, if you look for the Green Jelly music online, you'll find it hard to find. It's very rare, but it was amazing in its time. And yeah, so Matt's been involved in a lot of really cool projects. This particular song has heavy guitar and drums in the beginning, and kind of near the end of the song, he says "crash and burn" over and over again, and it's more of a danceable song. So it's a very rock and roll song in the beginning and turns into more of a danceable song near the end. Very, very interesting listening. I'm very impressed with Matt playing all the instruments and singing. He actually, let me see what I can read here. I'm looking at the wrong page, but he talked about one of his pages. There it is. He's the vocals, of course. He played guitar, bass, drums, keys, and percussion. So he does it all. Very talented man. And yeah, the fact that Dusty Chesterfield helped with the mix is pretty cool too. So overall, really good song. Really enjoyed it. There are 4 different songs on this EP. I recommend you check it out, and we will absolutely give you all of the links for this on the Song Club page and under the video on YouTube. So you go ahead, Mark.
Get my microphone turned up would help, wouldn't it? Okay, great. I'll get my There we are. Okay, so this song was actually quite gripping. Actually, it was I asked Angela if we could do this one last because I'm going to give out spoilers. It actually has a little bit of a positive tinge to it, certainly with a little bit of hope. Whereas the other one, not so much. But I like to end things on a high, on a positive. So the song actually starts with a fuzzy electric guitar playing a few energetic chords. We can hear them very clearly. But the chord progression actually has a bit of a downturn. Now, I think it's in a major key, but it kind of has a downturn. It goes down rather than up before it loops, and it has kind of a minor feel to it. Again, I didn't try to sit down to figure out what those chords were, but that's kind of how it felt. It felt like a minor in a major key. The drums and the bass quickly come in, adding a foot tapping rhythm that's kept up throughout the song. The lead guitar comes in subtly, which emphasizes the keynotes of the chord progression, so it doesn't overpower it by any means, accenting it. Now, I really like what the drums are doing. As a bit of a syncopated beat, it seems to be a double tap on the fourth beat, which is a little bit unusual. So it's a kind of like two songs in a row where the drums have really snapped my attention there. Now I think that towards the end of the song, that double tap on the snare on the fourth beat is actually shared with the floor tom as well, adding a lot more emphasis to that beat. Now as the vocals for the verse comes in, the full kind of sound kind of drops a bit. The lyrics are clearly heard throughout the verse. Although I did have trouble hearing the lyrics during the chorus, and I played it several times to try and pick up as much as I could. But yeah, it was a good. I mean, I was going to be listening to this multiple times anyway, so it was fine. I could definitely actually hear this on a soundtrack, actually for maybe a video game, a racing game or something. There's lots of energy in there. You can just feel like you're driving in a car, driving down this track or whatever, doing a rally. So lots of energy in it. I think it's very, for my ears anyway, be very marketable for something like that, or even a chase on a movie or something. Now, as for the theme of the song, I would say that it does seem to reflect what many of us have experienced last year, and it's only right that these songs are all coming out now, as many new songs are being recorded that haven't been written, are being recorded now because they were written earlier. Now, there's a fresh lyrical line in the song that I really, really liked. It wasn't something that I've ever heard in a song before other than in a barn dance. Says, get dizzy when I'm swinging all around, do-si-do until we hit the ground. I just thought that was a masterful piece of poetry in there that just stood out and made me feel like there's been some effort been put into these lyrics. Now, as it is a song that kind of first appears like it is a bit bleak, there is actually a hopeful message in it. It does conclude, the lyrics do conclude with, we'll emerge from the ashes one day. Something, these bad things are happening around us, but we're going to come through this. It's not we feel like we're crashing and burning, but we are going to get through this one day. So I think overall a great song. I've listened to both these songs actually I've listened to many times, and they still sound as fresh as when I first heard it. Anyhow, that's my thoughts. Angela, bring it back home.
Yeah, I think we picked a couple of good ones this time, Mark. I really enjoyed both of them as well. What's our membership saying?
Let's have a look. Give me a second until I catch up. It auto-scrolled. I'm going back. So Ron Zaragoza says, that song grabbed me, very hooky. Tunnel. That bass and drum section was banging. Oop. Let me make this bigger. That will help, I think. So nice. So Ron says, so nice song. I'm sorry? What's up?
Adjust your glasses.
Oh, why? What's wrong with them? No, it's so small. I got to get closer. So Schleem says, pretty good sound for a self-production, instantly appealing rock and roll with solid musicianship and vocals. Talented bloke as he played all the parts. The lyrics are almost like a prescription for these Trumpian times. To be free, To be free, you cannot fear. A lot of things you see in here, don't be afraid to look inside. That's where the demons like to hide. Like the first 2 songs, enough to buy the EP. And Ron says, I'm a fan.
Nice.
Did I miss anybody? I think that was it. There we go.
We encourage everyone to buy the EP.
Yeah, absolutely. Go buy it now. Do it now. Okay.
I think it's really nice that it was mentioned that it's a soft production. It's important to note that this is an EP. So if you're hearing anything when you're listening to it that makes it sound like it's just not a good recording, it's an EP. So, you know, it will become something in the future. Right now, Matt's publishing it so you can hear it, and he's doing it the only way he can. I mean, we're all locked down right now. So, yeah. No, I thought he did a really good job just as an EP. I think it's recorded really well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think musicians are getting better the more they practice it, and I think over the coming, even in the coming year, we'll see even more improvements. I did miss a comment actually from Ron, more of a question. So Ron Zaragoza says, Matt was in the band Green Jelly, ? Little Pigs Let Me In song, ?
Yes.
Do you know if that's true?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay,
yes.
Perfect. There you go. Now you're on. Answers your question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's all the comments.
It was very video heavy, that music.